What's happening, guys? Got a snowy day driving video for you, and probably some snow plowing a little bit later on in the next clips. It's about 10 till noon, day after Christmas, and just like a lot of the Midwest, going up toward New England, we're going to have some serious snow tonight. They're saying about a foot of snow with 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. So we're definitely going to get some real snow to push, unlike the baby snow the other night. Even though it was wet and heavy, there was only a couple inches of it for the most part. So figured I'd take you guys along for a quick ride. I'm heading home to take a little siesta here before the action really starts. Went out and pre-salted this morning, so hopefully any traffic that gets on our parking lots throughout the course of the day will track that around and make our accumulation a little bit less than normal. Unfortunately, my big pain in the ass condo place does not take salt, so it's going to be what it's going to be. It'll be a tracked down lumpy mess by the time I get there, I'm sure of it. So I just stopped at the auto parts store and grabbed a couple jugs of the Rain-X winter washer fluid. Any of you guys who plow, and even if you don't, you know when you got the defrost cranking, that salt spray off the road just bakes on the windows, so gotta have the old reservoir filled up for that. Hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, and of course we did, and last night was a little bittersweet because I knew what was coming in the weather forecast, so you know, you're always stressing out about the first big snow. I got 20 years under my belt. You would think it would be, you know, no big deal, but you never know what Mother Nature's going to throw you. And when the old weather forecasters and the National Weather Service throw the word blizzard into the description, it always makes me wonder on what's going to happen. Our heavy snow forecast is supposedly from about noon till 5, and they're calling for 5 to 8 inches, but that's according to Weather Channel, and then the NOAA weather forecast has a winter storm warning, and they're calling for around a foot, and once we get that wind going, it's going to be a real mess. That's all I can say. Duramax is still up in the air, so that truck won't be plowing, but I do have a little help coming in after work tonight to drive the dump truck, so we may see that in some of the video. I'm not sure how much I'll get. I get kind of frustrated when it gets real bad like this, so it's hard to keep the light clean for me, so we'll try and keep that on the down low. I couldn't tell if they pre-treated the roads this morning. Normally there's brine trails from where they spray the roads, and I didn't see any of that this morning, so I'm a little concerned that it's going to be kind of slick out here. I'm driving in four-wheel drive right now, and we've got wet roads with a little slop covering, and depending on where you're at, it can be a little bit more than that. So I'm going to stop, and I got just a little under 3/4 of a tank of fuel in the truck. I'm going to top that off just in case there's some sort of catastrophe, or we're going to need more fuel. I filled the dump truck up, so it's rocking and ready to go. Put some new plow marker sticks on the plow. It's got an 8.5 foot Western Unimount on it, older plow, about a 2000 model, so it's an old plow. So hopefully it's enough to give me a little help tonight with the other truck on the road. The dump truck just sucks to plow snow in, especially in smaller parking lots. The turning radius is terrible. The visibility is awful. And it's just all around not fun. So anyway, stop here. Suck down some diesel fuel, and we'll get some video going when I got some plowing to do. Catch you later. Alright guys, it's 4 o'clock now. Last clip started at noon. snow started at noon today, so we're just now getting to the point where we've got some real accumulation. The county and city truck plow guys have done a pretty good job of making the pass down the road and keeping it clear. The wind hasn't really picked up super strong yet. I sort of fear that that's coming at the tail end of this, because I looked at the radar and down south of us near Columbus, Cincinnati area, it looked like it was raining, and a little north of that, freezing rain. So I don't know if that's where our wind shear is going to come from. The experience tells me yes, and that's all moving north. Our winds are out of the east-northeast, which is sort of blowing this storm toward the west, which is all fine and good with me. That also means unless, and I use this word sparingly, unless we have a significant wind shift, I wouldn't expect any lake effect snow. Now, that all being said, the Lake Erie is far from frozen, so one shift out of the northeast or northwest for me, and or north or northwest, northeast not so much, will cause us to get blasted, especially northwest winds will certainly drag some of that cold air out of the north and come across the lake and dump it right on old Medina town. So, not as bad as the eastern suburbs, but we still get it, being a little farther away. The way it's been snowing, I mean, we had some heavy bands, but it almost acts like a clipper type snow. It's real fine most of the time. And then we get these heavier bands, so I'm just going to take it easy here. I went out early this morning. I think I said before, I'm pre-salted. Even at 9 o'clock, there was no traffic on the roads, and it hadn't even started snowing yet, which a lot of people must have had an extra day off for Christmas or took vacation or something, because there just wasn't any rush hour traffic on the roads this morning. checked him out yet, check him out, because this guy is definitely one of the guys that's at the top of their game. Runs basically a one-man body shop, and does some awesome work. The stuff I've seen this guy do, I watched a video the other day. It was a Honda Accord that got hit in the driver rear quarter, just smashed it to pieces, and he cut the quarter off the car, hammered and dollied it back together and put it back on the car, and very little mud work. I mean, this guy's just fabulous. So go ahead and check him out. Alright, I'll turn you guys back on after a while when I get some plowing. Alright, heading up to my first driveway I'm going to plow here. Do I get lucky and they don't have a car parked at the top of their driveway? Wow. Driveway, it's like a 6-point turn to turn around. I have backed down it before, but it's not pretty if you back down it. You usually end up sliding all over the place and risk going in the ditch. pushing that snow, which makes this job even worse at night. Usually end up with an enormous pile of snow out there. Slippery. Should be able to make it with one more up and down and be done with it. This whole development, well, there's a lot of houses on the hill, and there's just no easy way. A lot of them don't have any sort of turnaround. Fortunately, a lot of them are side entry garages, but that doesn't always make it idiot proof. Snow up a hill like this isn't really my first choice, but backing down it certainly isn't my first choice either. Push on the apron here, and that's that. The kid up here on the four-wheeler used to work for me. He lives in the development, making a few extra bucks. I shouldn't call him a kid, he's probably 30. Alrighty. On the next one. Hey guys, almost forgot I had you along. gas spoke. I've developed a blinking overdrive off light and little stutter occasionally in reverse, low speed. If I get on the gas, I don't notice it, but it's almost like it's cutting fuel out. I don't know what the hell that is. I did some quick research online on my phone just to see, and I really need to get the scanner on it and see what's going on. It drives fine in all the forward gears, but the overdrive is offline, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. It's not banging in any gears, or doesn't seem to be slipping yet. I checked the fluid level, smelled the fluid. The fluid does not smell burnt. Fluid level's full. A couple things I read said could be the speed sensor on the rear end, could be the wiring harness, could be the sensor on the side of the trans that the gear selector gets input from, and the ECM gets input from. I have no idea. The truck's running okay for now, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it's nothing major. For a tranny flush on this truck, of course. I haven't done it since I got it. I've probably put 20,000 miles on it, or 15,000 miles. The fluid looks gorgeous in it, though, so I'm not sure, but who knows. Hopefully, if the torque converter's taking a shit, it doesn't grenade anytime soon here, because that'll take the front pump right out of the tranny and everything with it. Unfortunately, I don't have a choice with the Duramax down, and I have to have this truck to salt. So if it shits the bed, it shits the bed. Hopefully not. Otherwise, there might be a rebuild your E4OD tranny video in the near future. Fortunately, this stuff isn't sloppy, wet, and heavy yet. It's rolling pretty decent. We got probably 4 inches on the ground, and the snow came to a stop earlier, and then it picked up a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to kick up again overnight or not. Not, because if there is something starting to take a shit in this tranny, I don't want to push it to the limit. I'm going to granny it all night here. I hate to do that. If I had a backup plan, I'd be in another truck right now. Myself a set of plow wings for this plow today, but they didn't have any. I think I mentioned that earlier. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise. might be that speed sensor on the rear end, because several miles ago I was at almost 50 miles on my trip odometer, and it doesn't seem to be moving much. I'm gonna keep my eye on it here. That was one of the things I happened to read. If that speed sensor takes a shit or gets all crudded up from, you know, the normal yuck in the rear end, it can foul that sensor, or they can just go bad, I guess. But I don't know, maybe the trip just registered. I just put another tenth of a mile. Be curious to know what the snow's like a little farther out west, Indiana, Illinois, and up north toward Michigan and all that. They're calling for some serious stuff. And I'm really hoping that this might be the end of what we're getting. I didn't get much of a nap this afternoon. Again, I guess I never do. I always have best intentions of resting up to go out and plow, and it ends up being coffee and all that to keep myself on my toes. One nice thing about the type of snow that it is, it's actually sticking together as you push it. You don't lose too much off in your windrow. And this was one of the places I pre-salted this morning too, which helps. Made it a little sticky underneath so it stays together and scrapes off halfway clean. As clean as it's going to, I guess. Thermometer says it's 33, but with the plow on it doesn't register true. It's probably in the mid-20s. Which, all things considered, that ain't that bad. I've been here probably an hour, and this is normally about an hour and a half job. Getting some call-ins for residential driveways, which normally would be good, but with the type of snow that we got here, it's going to be quite interesting to serve something like that. A lot of people are concerned that there's going to be a lot more snow, and I think they're afraid they won't be able to get out to go to work or whatever tomorrow. And we always try and take care of anybody we can, but I always take care of my contract customers first. They're the people that pay my bills. So it's nice to make a little money you didn't anticipate making, but not when you're already behind from plowing in deeper snow. Most of my customers want to have their property serviced by a certain, time that they open for business, or I do have half a dozen residential driveways that I take care of that get serviced before, you know, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but it can only take so many. It seems like everybody wants the same time, and you can't put 10 trucks on the road just to service 20 customers. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make anybody any money. Used to be around here, if we got a real bad snow, you know, in the morning, people would get up and realize how bad it was, and your phone would ring off the hook, and if it was around Christmas time, you'd have a real nice Christmas, because you'd make quite a bit of cash doing it. But, you know, things are the way they are nowadays. People don't have the discretionary money. They'll get out there and fight it, and, you know, try and shovel it themselves. There's still people that can't, or have a driveway that's the type of driveway that you're not going to get out and shovel, or it's just too much for a snowblower, too long, people don't want to do it. And that's okay. We still take care of those people when we can. But tonight is not going to be one of those nights. So I'm going to finish up this one little area here, and I'll probably turn you off. I got quite a few minutes of video, and I don't know how quick I'll be able to get it up for you guys. I'm going to try and diagnose this truck tomorrow, or maybe after a while here. I'm a pretty good ways through my list, so I have my condos to plow yet, which I'm waiting for my my helper to call me to let me know he's ready to go. One thing I dislike about plowing snow in public places is the amount of people that abandon their cars in a parking lot. Really can make it difficult for pushing snow. A job that would take an hour and a half, if it's a deep snow, could take 3 hours or more, because you don't have any way to put the snow where you normally put it. Especially in the condo development, people who decide that they got too much shit in their garage and they can't put their car inside. In the places that I do, not only can you not plow their driveway, but you can't plow the neighbor directly across the little lane from them, because you have nowhere to back into. It really tends to piss people off when they don't get their driveway plowed, but they don't understand these are trucks, not snow blowers. They only fit in certain areas, and we make them fit in areas they're not designed to already as it is, and it's just too dangerous, too risky to damage people's personal property. I'd rather skip it and get yelled at than get bitched at for swatting the garage door or clipping somebody's car. Been there, done that. Alright guys, well, I hope you'd enjoyed this a little bit, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to cut you off later. Morning guys, day after the storm, and I'm just cleaning up out at the shop. I haven't been here since yesterday afternoon. And from one of the previous clips in this video, I have a overdrive off light flashing on my gear shifter, and I put the scanner on it last night at about 3 a.m. when I got home, and it's a P code 0705, which is transmission range selector, which I believe to either be the switch on the side of the trans that moves when you move the gear selector, which I've replaced once because it was the original Ford unit was frozen up. It made the gear shifter really stiff, so I put a CarQuest brand one on there, whoever makes theirs, and it's been fine up until now. I did climb onto the truck this morning just to make sure that the connector was plugged in tight and everything, and I'm going to take a look at it later on and make sure there's not a chafed spot in that harness or something like that. I'm not sure if it's the switch took a crap again or what exactly is going on, but I'm going to get that sorted out here. I got to go get some more salt here, I guess. I was thinking this afternoon, but it looks like my dump truck is still MIA, so that means Andy probably drove that to work today after he was running it last night. Thanks to Drew for hooking me up last night and sort of coming to my rescue. Andy and I used to own a landscape company together back when Flipper was a minnow, and we used to plow a lot of snow together, so he still helps me when he can. Which I really do appreciate. I was getting pretty whipped last night. Looks like I got a mogul there. There's another gentleman that plows the back of this lot for the owner. He doesn't pay to get my side plowed because obviously I can do it myself, but and I actually appreciate that because I don't want anybody running into my stuff. I got stuff everywhere outside here, so it can be kind of a clusterfuck. So I need to get the old salt stockpile stocked back up, and I need to sort this truck out. And I have another place to go plow that's only open on Saturdays. So I think I might do that one tomorrow. See if it melts down a little bit. We still got probably a good 3 inches of what's turning into be wet shit on the ground. But I'm very thankful that the rain and the freezing rain never made it to us. We had a storm about 10 years ago where we got somewhere around 8 inches of snow by 6 o'clock in the morning. And then it turned into an absolute downpour. And I bet we got 2 inches of rain on top of that 8 inches of snow, which was already wet to begin with, and it was hard to push. And then it turned back to snow again. That started 2 days before Christmas. I forget exactly what year it was, but I'm thinking somewhere around 8 or 10 years ago. And back then I only had one pickup that we plowed with in the dump truck, and I remember pushing snow in that dump truck, and it was all that truck could do to move it. Poor plow took a beating, although the plow was a lot newer at that point. That's part of the reason that dump truck plow is so wobbly. And yeah, it was just sheer misery. I remember being out until probably 7 o'clock Christmas Eve. Went to my folks' house, had dinner, came home, and the phone never stopped ringing. The phone rang all through the night for people who wanted their driveways plowed. You know, just call-in customers, not normal routine customers for me. We had an ad in the Yellow Pages at the time, and all that ever seemed to do for me was bring me a lot of heartache when it came to snowplowing season, because it would cause the phone to just ring non-stop. Now, back in the day, we used to be able to go service those driveways, and you know, it was a name-your-price situation nearly. And of course, I mean, we didn't take advantage, but we definitely made our money, and times were good. But unfortunately, the family suffered on that one because I wasn't around. I remember that Christmas day going out and trying to plow driveways, and of course the temp had dropped, so everything was just a sheer block of ice, and I didn't have a V-plow at the time. The V-plow will actually bust that ice sometimes, depending on how bad it is, but it is just so hard on equipment. It is unbelievable. I mean, snowplowing's hard on equipment anyway, and you guys don't see me plowing at 40 mile an hour out here going crazy. I usually plow a little bit faster than this, but not awake yet. It's only 10 o'clock Thursday morning. I got up at 8 after going to sleep at 3. So I'm thankful for that 5 hours of rest I got, for sure. It's certainly a thankless job. People don't realize this, and guys who deliver things, you know, over-the-road truck drivers, it's a rough job this time of the year. There's just really nothing fun about it. Of course, we get into some of our parking lots and there'll be semis parked in them. Places I used to do, I should say. I don't have any factory type work anymore where they get semi deliveries, but of course those guys are getting into a lot because they have to have some place to go, and then trying to plow around them and work with them, it can be a real pain. But I totally understand it. I mean, you gotta, when the weather's that bad, you get to their destination, you gotta get off the road, and you know, those guys have been driving through some pretty rough situations, and you know, of course, it doesn't make our job any easier, but you gotta appreciate what they do, because if it weren't for those guys, commerce would probably not be what it is, for sure. So hopefully everybody fared okay. They definitely didn't get the blizzard. I watched Tom's Wonderful World last night when I got home. He had a video up, and they're over in the middle of Indiana, and they I think they got about what we did. We got a steady 3 to 6, depending on where you were. But we didn't get the wind and we didn't get the rain that they got up on the eastern seaboard. So again, I'm really thankful for that. That's just too much. And those, when we would get storms like that, you know, 5-10 years ago, we would have to bring our loader in and actually relocate snow, because you could only push it so far. You know, get the places open enough where people could do business, and that was about it. There wasn't much more we could do. This is my neighbor's place up here up front. I share a driveway. Got a large truck repair shop up here. I'm thankful to have him as my neighbor, because when I have something go wrong with one of my trucks that I can't fix, I can always bring it up here for some advice. And there's definitely no substitute for a neighbor like that. A very good neighbor. Better than State Farm. But I understand that, you know, holidays and all snow like this after plowing the gravel driveways and packing that snow down. You got to be able to zip right in them and if the temperatures stay cold, and be able to push them out without having to float the plow and mess around trying to back drag them and not dig up gravel. So that could be a blessing in disguise. I actually like this kind of snow because it helps those driveways get easier to push. So alright guys, this is really the end. I'm going to cut you loose and get this uploaded for you. Good to see HPR back. I watched some of his videos last night too. So alright guys, we'll catch you later.